Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to discover the true essence of America in American literature.
But Ishmael, what is American about American literature?
Well, you see, ever since the discovery of America, there has always been some faction of people who desire freedom. Some force has always been overpowering another, and the will to break free from that oppression has been a theme in America ever since.
I see. Tell me more.
Over time, there has been some obstacle that people just can't seem to find their way over. This is where the writers of American literature come into play. They provide the reader with new ways of thinking, breaking free from social tendencies. They allow the reader to escape from their lives, giving them hope that someday their dreams might evolve into realities. Do you follow?
I do.
These American writers do their best to convey what life is like for people of all social classes, which allows Americans to relate to a variety of characters and truly feel how the characters feel. They don't hold anything back because they have the freedom to do what they want and to say what they please. When Kate Chopin first wrote The Awakening, many criticized it and claimed it was too scandalous and that it influenced young women to do immature things.
Simply splendid.
Now, your assignment for the night is to go out and find 3 resources that can prove what I have just told you.
Is there anyone out there who can tell me what's American about American literature?
Do you want me to tell you what's American about American literature?
Why, yes, I do.
Well, not me accent, because I'm American. Hello, I'm Henry David Thoreau. Come with me. If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer.
Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured or far away.
Observe.
In American society, we tend to follow the path of others because that is all we know. For example, this path I'm walking on this very instant. It is a man-made path that thousands of people have walked down. Why? Not because they like to, because the path is there. And what I am trying to tell you is that we need to take our own path. Wherever it may lead us, that will help us find our true identities, which is a crucial aspect of American literature. And these wankers cannot comprehend that. And I've been trying through my book, Walden, and they do not listen.
Thoreau, where are you? I apologize for that. I just get so passionate about American literature. I see so much opportunity that is being missed, for they are blinded by what society tells them when they aren't being who they really are, and that is the true essence of American literature.
Yes, Thoreau, the father of transcendentalism. An emotional fellow, ain't he?
That's for sure.
Well, you're on the right path. What else do you have for me?
Hey Edna, is that you? I have a question for you.
So you want to know what's American about American literature?
Why, yes, I do.
Well, as a mother woman, I wake up every morning and I'm expected to do the dishes and wash the clothes and clean the kids. I run along for supper. But I tell you, I want to live my own life. I want to be free with my own identity. I want to live. The bird that would soar above the level plane of tradition and prejudice must have strong wings. It is a sad spectacle to see the weaklings bruised, exhausted, fluttering back to earth. Freedom is the essence of American literature, and the only way I can achieve said freedom is by detaching myself
from my sufferings,
and by removing myself from this cruel world. Goodbye, earth. Goodbye, trees. Goodbye, flowers. And goodbye, Miss Stanley's Period 2 English class.
All right, what do you have for me?
Edna. She died a tragic but a noble death. She refused to give in to the ways of society and fought for her freedom to be her own person, not who other people want her to be.
Ah, you're almost there. There's just one more thing I'm looking for.
Hey Gatsby, quick question for you?
So you want me to tell you what's American about American literature, old sport?
Why, yes, I do.
Well, for you to completely comprehend, we're gonna have to Henry David Thoreau it back to my last encounter with my pal Nick Carraway, old sport.
They were careless people, Tom and Daisy. They smashed up things and creatures and then retreated back into their money, or their vast carelessness, or whatever it was that kept them together, and let other people clean up the mess that they had made.
So much for the American dream, old sport.
This is something we have to get across to the American people. For the American dream of the white picket fence and the 4 kids and the mansion is not true happiness, as we see firsthand with Tom and Daisy. With this point, we can free the conscience of the average American person so they can be content with their life, with their love, their average-sized house, their low-paying job,
And the poodle.
That's it. You've got it. Now bring it all together for me.
Well, Thoreau wrote about how everybody is their own person, and they must search for who they really are. They need to break free from the path of society and create their own path. And Edna, she was able to break free from this path, which was the expectation that she would be a mother woman and find her own identity. She made the bold decision that she would rather have her own self-image than succumb to society's ways. Edna paid the ultimate price to attain this freedom she so desperately desired. And Jay Gatsby showed that what society thinks is the so-called American dream might not be so great after all. And with this, the conscience of the average American person can be freed, for they no longer will strive for something they can't have, and will be able to live a fulfilled life.
Well done.
And that, old sport, is what's American about American literature.